We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back.
She's back.
Yes, she is. I'm glad I found that piece again. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Well, you guys, you know what time it is? It's that time again. We want to thank you for joining King's Court. I'm Richard King with my buddy, the commander. He's here with me today. Got an interesting show for y'all lined up. We just gonna try to make you laugh, open your mind a little bit, or maybe not. Maybe you get pissed off and tuned out. That's your deal. You know. Yeah. But so without some further ado, let's check first. Who's first out of the chute? Loyal, looky there. Looky there. Bang, our buddy Dean Cerny. Dean, you might want to pay close attention to that. We're gonna talk a little bit about something you're familiar with a little bit later on.
Yes.
Yeah. BJ, hi guys.
BJ. Are you still at the laundromat?
Oh, that's
our dryer broke down. It's all tore apart. The heat sensors came in today. I'm waiting for the new roller wheels and tension pulley to come in. So, oh, I know. Yeah.
And the parts, usually when you buy parts like that, they're never right. You gotta go back and buy them again somewhere.
I went right on Kenmore's and Whirlpool's website page, and all the heat sensors were correct. So I'm sure the rollers will be too. So I hope. Fingers crossed.
Well, fingers crossed. And,
pray to crossed, eyes crossed.
Pray whatever you pray to, and hope to whatever you hope to. That's right. So yeah.
Oh gosh.
What the hell kind of noise is this thing?
What is that?
I don't know what the hell is going on here.
Kind of like you popped your spring over there, Betty.
Well, hey.
Well,
I think so. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
Either that or it was mine.
Well, who's ever. All right. Do a little bit of the missing persons today. We'll get started right out of the gate with that. Commander and I trying to decide this gentleman. We had a couple people missing from the area, and two guys kind of resembled each other. We're trying to figure out which one this was. But here we go. Today it's brought to you on our slide instead of regular. There's a $5,000 reward. All right, this is a local boy for any relevant and useful information to the current location or safe return of Jason M. Huff. He's missing. Jason was last seen November 12th, 2020 in the Dearborn and St. Joe area. His vehicle was found abandoned in rural Plattsburgh. He was a Cameron resident. Jason Huff is 47 years old. 5'9", approximately 175 pounds. Common dude, except he's bald. Yep. He had brown hair. I mean, that's no shocker. Most popular have brown eyes. Brown eyes with a small scar, small starburst. I'm sorry, tattoo on his left and near the thumb, and other tattoos on both upper arms. Okay, so a starburst tattoo on his left hand near the thumb, and other tattoos on both upper arms. If you have any relevant and useful, I like how I put it, any relevant and useful information that leads to the current location or safe return, please contact the Cameron Police Department, 816-632-6521 or 816-632-TIPS. There's quite a history behind this guy. He was from what Commander and I remember, he was a coach of one of the teams. I don't remember soccer, football, baseball. I don't remember, but he was a coach of some sort. He just disappeared. There's like zero leads at all.
Yeah.
Zero leads. So if you guys are local picking this up, and I know people watch during the week, if you have any information, man, the family would just love to hear from you. And I mean, it's been almost 5 years. When did you say he came up?
5 years.
November. It'd be 5 years this year.
5 years this November.
Yeah.
Oh, my BJ just put down there. I forgot that our daughter used to dance with his daughter.
Okay. So it's more personal now because
more personal. Yeah. Yeah.
I got the face. You got the name behind the face on that deal. All right, we're gonna get a little bit of news here. I was gonna talk about something else, but I gotta bring this up. My wife lost her mind today reading an article. Now, granted, this woman is in her 50s. Not a whole lot shocks her, okay? But she was reading. She goes, "How?" And if you don't like bad language, you might want to tune this part out. She says, "How in the fuck do you dump illegal trash on somebody's property and leave your information?"
Yeah, your name and address,
phone number, and address.
Yes.
And then when you get caught, wasn't me. What are you, Shaggy? Wasn't
What?
me. Excuse my language. Bitch, I got your information. Are you this guy? You live here? Yeah. It's you, fucker. Well, I didn't do it. So somebody just took your shit and dumped your trash for you, by the way. That's kindness. They dumped your trash for
nice
you.
For them, but got
somebody,
you on the hook.
Man, what the?
What's wrong with you?
What? Listen, from now on, just assume there's cameras everywhere in your life. I don't care if you're in rural America. Assume somebody's either got a camera, a cell phone, something to record your ass.
That's right.
Okay. Come on, guys. Yeah. And if you're suspicious in a country around my house, if you're suspicious, you can get shot. And they'll check your ID later.
Yeah.
I got a neighbor who like the movie Scarface. Say hello to my little friend. He got a 44. Big, nasty looking 44. Yeah. So say hello to my little friend. Yeah.
My little friend.
So yeah, if you're gonna be a numbskull head, at least get all the evidence out of the way. Don't do it around cameras.
Yeah.
Don't
wind up on the world's dumbest criminal thing here. Yeah.
No, at least admit when you're. I mean, if you're caught, you're caught. For the love of God, you know.
Come on. Man up, woman up, whatever.
There ain't no plausible explanation why you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you got. I don't know. I think it's genes. I think we've got the dumbass gene.
I think there's a little weave in their DNA that's missing. I'm not for sure.
I guess so.
There's something there's some frog DNA missing in there somewhere.
Yeah. So you're saying their tree don't fork sometimes. Yeah. I get it.
Oh God.
Coming up, guys, I was just on the phone with my friend Roy, and they did a studio walkthrough today, so things are happening. The movie's going to be getting started. We're going to be getting after it, guys. So no, they didn't. We're going to be filming different scenes through the year. It's supposed to drop at the end of the year. That could change, but right now that's the information I got, so that's what you're getting. Watch out for it, boy. Your boy's coming. Hollywood.
Yeah, they are.
I'm coming after Hollywood. I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not.
Yep.
I might not be Hollywood material.
Get another Oscar made. Get another star ready to go down.
Star, okay, yeah. And right around that time, here at the end of May, May 24th, we're going to be in Maryville, Missouri. Those of you never been there, it's a nice little college town. We got a giant college there. I say giant because it's bigger than anything around here. Not as big as Mizzou, of course. But anyway, Maryville up there. We're going to be at the pub. It was established in 1972. The same guy that we just did a show for in St. Joe, Missouri, owns this place also. So come on out to Jaws. It's at a bar, so I don't have to tell you it's adult comedy. I am going to tell you David Scott wanted to be on the ticket, so David Scott's on the ticket. And David Scott, he can be on any show I'm on, as far as I care. That's how much.
Oh yeah, he's a class act.
He is a class act. We love you, David. By the way, I went to David Scott's wedding, and as far as the wedding goes, pretty common wedding. He did his testimonial to his new bride by song lyrics. He took different song lyrics and wrote a couple paragraphs, different song lyrics, and he merged them together. And I tell you something, it was good.
It's good.
No, it come out great. I mean, I'm thinking, how's he going to tie this in? And it was all rock and roll and some country. But I figured then with David, he had to sneak something, a little bit of rap in there, but he didn't. He didn't. And it was funny. It was great. He had everything, every old song except Hotel California, and David could have tied that in too. I mean, that guy was great. So, yeah. So that was a good wedding. I was honored to be there. I was the only comedian friend he had there. So I might tell you something. Cool.
Yeah, there you go.
And then coming up in July, I'm going to be at Outlaw Cigar Brewery. Y'all know that. Here's the flyer for that. What it is, it's a birthday. It's Reality Becomes birthday bash. If you ever been to Warrior Fest and seen Reality Becomes, they're quite a band. They really are excellent. And they got some other bands going to join them, and yours truly, right there. I'm going to be out there.
Yeah.
I'm going to spread a little cheer, a little love and cheer. Make them laugh.
There you go.
6:30 showtime. I don't know if I'm going to be on stage quite at 6:30. I think they're going to be like a couple bands play, and they're going to take an intermission and a couple more bands. I'm going to be at the intermission. For some interdimensional, make them laugh. Just love them up. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do you well. It's an indoor event, so you don't have to worry about being outside in the elements. It's not gonna be hot. They got air conditioning in there. Come out there. Also, one of the band members named Matt. He's been sober for 25 years. Okay.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's worth celebrating, ladies and gentlemen. That is worth celebrating.
Yes, it is.
All right. Now let's get on to get off that news. Let's go on to some memes here.
Memes. Okay.
Now, David, I know you ain't never ran across it. Okay, never mind. Yes, you have. All of us that used to have sons want to borrow our tools. We got a standing rule at my house, and I taught my sons young. You borrow it. If you break it, you're paying for it. Okay, either you pay me or you go replace whatever has fixed. Common rule. But if you got one of them kids that you don't really trust, I've got a drill for you. That's a court drill right there. I tell you what, you can borrow granddads or great grandddads. Yeah.
There you go. Start drilling, Betty.
That's right. Start drilling. Drill, baby, drill right there. Yeah.
That's right, drill.
If you've ever been arrested for murder and you're innocent and you can only call one of these guys, who are you calling? I thought about this long and hard. I'm a Columbo fan. Love me some Columbo. I could sit and watch his reruns for days. Kojak. Nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with any of these people on here.
None of them.
But me, personally, I'm going with Columbo. Who you going with?
Now, I might have to go with Perry Mason.
Okay.
I grew up on Perry Mason shows. I mean, get Paul Drake out there, get his investigating crews on it. We're going to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah. Wasn't he also in Wasn't he also in Ironside?
Oh, I loved Ironside. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was he did that too. Yeah. All these. I mean, and the sad thing is, I remember every one of these. From being a kid. Even Agatha Christie's, Jessica Fletcher.
Oh yeah.
She is smart as a whip now.
Oh.
So yeah. Well, all right. Well,
not a bad detective for a novel writer.
No, we're in good hands. If we got to rely on those people, we're in good hands.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, let me see what we got here. Oh, here we go. I don't apologize, but yeah.
We have a guest here today that goes by the name of Maxine McDonald and her son Kevin. Fuck you too, you little motherfucker. You shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. You see what I'm talking about?
You shut the fuck up.
Now, we have...
You fuck yourself.
Dr. Feelgood, my son is a holy terror.
Shut up, bitch.
See, you better watch
Dr.
your fucking mouth.
Feelgood.
Call her bitch again. Call her bitch again.
This function out right here. This is Dr. Phil was in redneck.
Knock all the now later juice out your goddamn mouth. It looks like we have a catfish that won't fry.
I got a catfish for you right here.
Grab her tinkle again on this show. Grab her tinkle one more time. You see this little nasty motherfucker? This is grandmas and women all over here watching this show. Gonna grab your little dick in here like you the big man or something. What we did was that you can get an idea of what Maxine's going through at home. So we set cameras in her house to watch this little fucker. Let's take a look.
Red one! Come up off my shit, dog.
Kevin, it's bedtime.
Then go to bed, bitch. I'm running this shit.
I don't know where Kevin is. I told him to go to bed. Kevin!
Mom, hold this.
the ground. Get on the ground right now. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Put your hands behind your back.
Wow, what'd you do, Mom?
Now that was just terrible. Maxine, you know what? I think I got just the thing for you. You gotta choke this little motherfucker. You can't let him run your fucking house. You gonna take over your shit. I've been to prison 3 times. Dr. Phil will play that shit. You see how quick I choked him?
He freaking choked.
And I'll choke you again.
Can I try?
Go ahead, try. Yeah, choke the shit out of him. Choke him. Yeah, I want to see this. Choke the shit out of him. Choke the shit out of him. Oh, people, do you see this? She's choking the shit out of him. Does that feel good or what?
Oh, I feel good.
See there, girl?
Doctor, feel good.
You see that?
Oh.
I'm writing you a prescription for 2 backhand slaps up against the forehead. And Kevin, you're getting 2 ass whoopings a day. You need your ass tore out the frame, man. Now apologize to your mother, boy. You only get 1. That's right.
First of all, my grandkid would never made the show.
Mine wouldn't have got out of the house.
My son one time when his little boy tried that one time, he never did it again. And listen, it wasn't child abuse. He just understood English. He had a better grasp of the English language.
I got home from work one day
Uh-huh.
and I heard a commotion going on in the dining room. And I walked around. My son stood about 6 foot. BJ, you know how short she is, 4'10".
Right.
Okay. She was standing in a dining room chair where she's looking down on top of him, had her fingers shoved in his face, and was turning him inside out. I just turned around, walked out the front door, and said, "Thank God it's not me."
I got work to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was done for the day, but I'm not. I got to go back and tighten another couple screws somewhere.
Yeah.
I
Check
thought,
out,
holy mackerel.
check out a couple of these comments. Yeah, that wouldn't happen around my house. That kid wouldn't have made a show.
No.
It says, BJ says, I need to be on a T-shirt. Which one's she talking about? Oh, hi, guys. Hi, babe. Let me see. Oh, my God. I'm calling Rockford. She's like Rockford. Just Dean says Matlock. Okay.
Matlock.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. I don't care if he gets him out of jail. I just want to see his baby butt chin. You know, he part Cherokee Indian. Yeah, he's part Cherokee Indian. Yeah.
Oh.
Our buddy Travis Colombo, he doesn't lose. No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Man, it's just awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Denise, hey, glad to see you, Denise. Hope you get better. Someone needs a dose of old-fashioned medicine. That ain't no kidding.
No, that's right.
Switch or a belt or something. Dr. Phil, we all need. That's right. That's a Dr. Phil we all need. Hey, I know some adults need some of that Dr. Phil. Okay.
Oh,
then,
Lord.
And I got a comedy part as soon as the show's over. So at the end of the show, we'll do the comedy part of this. Okay.
All right.
Now, we have got to get 2 for 1. Today's 2 for 1 in mysteries. All right. And listen, evidence, it's a mystery. Evidence apparently must be harder to find. People don't believe things. They got to have scientific evidence. Mm-hmm. And what exactly is science? What do you need to fulfill scientific evidence? And we're going to talk about today. First of all, out of the chute. Is Bigfoot real? Okay. Is Bigfoot real? Now, I'm going to try to share this here to the screen, and I'm going to show you what scientists say. Scientists, I guess. What the hell is scientist, moron. Let me go back up here. All right. It says, while numerous Bigfoot sightings, not counting Dean Cerny, okay, it's not Dean. While numerous Bigfoot sightings are alleged evidence exist, the scientific consensus is that Bigfoot is a myth with claims often attributed to misidentification, hoax, folklore, rather than a real living animal. Okay. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to ask you, Do mountain lions exist? Have you ever seen a dead mountain lion? You've seen mountain lions. Have you ever seen a dead one? Do they exist? I got a problem with that part of the theory. And it says, here's a breakdown of why the scientific community remains skeptical. Lack of credible evidence, which that credible evidence always gets me.
Yeah.
Despite numerous claims, there's a lack of verifiable scientific evidence to support the existence of Bigfoot. We'll go get into my dispute with that here in a second. Misidentification. Many Bigfoot sightings are believed to be misidentifications of known animals like black bears or misinterpretations of natural phenomena. So now it's saying natural phenomena. What is it, a ghost? I thought last week they said there wasn't no ghost. Okay. Hoax and fabrications. Some alleged evidence, including photographs and videos, have been proven to be hoax or fabrications. Video, huh? They got a famous video we're going to talk about in just a second. The FBI investigated a hair sample sent by Bigfoot researcher and concluded it was from a deer. Okay, I'm sure you got more than one hair sample, right?
Yeah.
Here's the part that I got an issue with. Native American folklore, my people. I've heard the stories. I've seen, people that tell you this. I don't know. Some Native Americans or First Nation people. Don't call me First Nation people. That's another weird liberal ass term. Okay, if you got a Native Americans fine, Indian never hurt my feelings. Okay, anyway, some Native Americans, the First Nation peoples, have stories and beliefs about non-human peoples of the wild, which bear a striking resemblance to a hairy man-like creature reported today. Problem is, you can't prove that with scientific evidence because it happened so far back in the day. But is everybody wrong? There was tribes that communicated in this that didn't even know each other. And had the same things in the same areas. I don't know. It says Bigfoot researcher organization takes the position that the sightings, tracks, and culture histories suggest the presence of a primate that exists in very low population densities, adapt at avoiding human contact. Again, how many people have seen a mountain lion in the wild? Not counting the zoo, how many have seen it in the wild? Do they exist? I assure you they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there's people have seen them on video. Is that a hoax? Is that somebody blow up a big ass cat? There's a guy named Patterson and Gimlin. Patterson and Gimlin film. Y'all remember this one here? This is the most popular film out there of it. That's where the most famous and influential Bigfoot footage is the 1967 film shot by Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin in Northern California. Even with the enhanced image, it's hard to tell if it's a person in a gorilla suit or the real deal. If they can't say it ain't, and they can't say it is, don't you?
Yeah. Well, look at the way modern camera technology has improved since then. Back then, they had an old 8mm. I mean, for crying out loud, that the optics weren't very good. The tape's not very good on the old 8mm. It's great if you're filming your family at Christmas time around the tree.
Yeah, not very far away. Yeah,
but not very far away. But a long ways away without a zoom lens. I mean, come on. I mean, you take it for what it's worth.
In today's modern technology, they blew that film up and they still couldn't tell if it was fake or not.
Right.
So, with advanced technologies, even NASA got involved in that, if I remember right. Okay, there's a guy named Jeremiah Byron. Okay. He a host of the Bigfoot Society podcast. He believes that Bigfoot's nests found by Shane Corson and the members of the Olympic Project, and I have heard of the Olympic Project, okay, in Washington State, are made by primates. They can't prove it wasn't. But has all the earmarkings, unless there's some 6'7" guy or gal laying out there rolling around in the middle of, I don't know.
Right.
Stacy Brown, as a retired Army Ranger, Stacy Brown Sr. and his filmmaker son, Stacy Brown Jr., are camping in Torah State Park on search for an elusive Bigfoot. Go over to Ohio. You probably see a Bigfoot running around there, Odine. and the last piece, Peter C. Bryan, a leading authority of Bigfoot research, found the only known physical evidence of the notorious Squatch somewhere in the Pacific Northwest. All right, let's dive in. Let me go back to the screen here where I can see y'all. Let's dive in this here a minute. I'm gonna remove this from the screen. Okay. What about all these different type of footprints they've found? Okay. Do I believe first of all in Bigfoot? I don't know. I'm going to say the odds are in my favor because we don't know. I've never seen one personally, but I got ancestors who swear they know. Okay. So I believe, my culture is, and I believe the odds are probably in my favor. We don't know what's all, hell, we still don't know what's all in the ocean.
No, we don't know. And there's so much area up in the great Northwest, all the way up into Canada, that humans have never tread foot in.
Yeah.
So how do we know what is there and what is not there? And
Right.
to me, these guys that filmed this and other people that claim they've had sightings, they believe what they saw, But reading that article a while ago, you said something about a black bear. I got news for you. Black bears don't get very big. Now, Bigfoot's about as tall on his hind legs as a grizzly or a Kodiak would be. Okay, a black bear don't get that tall. Okay, so to me, there's too much unknown out there to disprove it and say no, it's all a hoax. I mean, anything's possible. That's all I'm saying. Anything's possible.
I have never seen one or witnessed one. Okay.
No.
But like I said, I put a lot of faith in my culture. What's up, Ram True Blood? Thanks for joining, brother. Appreciate you tuning in, man.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I don't know. I believe my culture. I'm not going to say my ancestors were lying to me. All right. I'm not going to say all them writings on the walls were fake. I mean, they've seen something. I'm not, and not all Native Americans, did peyote. So we can't say they were all high on peyote because a lot of there's several hundred tribes that never partaken in peyote. And so my mountain lion thing a while ago, I've seen mountain lions in real life walking around out here. I've seen them on people's trail cams. I never caught one on my trail cam, but I've seen them out here. So to me, that video evidence doesn't mean anything if they're not in that right area. Okay. I mean, I've seen bobcats there. I finally got a bobcat on one of my trail cameras. Took me 20 years to get a bobcat on my trail camera. Got a bobcat. I've got otters. I didn't know we had an otter back here in one of these ponds. Gaggles of turkeys. I got fox. The elusive fox has been running around out here. We got him. So, but does that mean that because I never found a dead one? I never found a dead body. Does that mean that? Does that mean there's no mountain lions? That actually doesn't mean that.
Exactly. No, not at all. No, and I'm not going to say that they don't exist. I'm not going to say they do. Like you said, I've never seen one. Other people have seen them. So, hey, take it for what it's worth. Anything, like I said earlier, anything is possible. I mean,
Right. Right. All right. Dean's trying to put something interesting while ago. He says, have you noticed that national parks are hot shots for Bigfoot? Who created national parks? Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt did.
He went ahead and said, well, is it fair? Is it a far stretch to say Teddy Roosevelt created national parks to protect Bigfoot?
Anything's possible.
Don't know. So
I just used the buffalo as an excuse.
That's right. So I tell you this because they said there's no credible evidence, which what kind of evidences do you need?
Yeah.
Okay. So brought me to part 2 of this equation. Is there aliens? I'm not talking the ones come across Mexico and Canada. I'm talking, is there extraterrestrial aliens? Now, you'd think that there would be scientific evidence. I don't know what they want. Do they want to shake one's hand? Do they want to have one over for dinner? An extraterrestrial? I don't know. But here we go. It says, while the possibility of extraterrestrial life is a fascinating and an ongoing area of scientific exploration, there is currently no definitive, scientifically verified evidence of aliens or alien life. I'll read that part again. There's currently no definitive. That means they got evidence, but they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
There's no
Exactly.
scientifically verified evidence of aliens or alien life. Again, what about everybody? Is all these people out there lying when they say they seen aliens?
They're using that scientific evidence as a scapegoat.
Yeah, they don't want to frighten people.
Right.
You know,
Right.
they did it about the mountain lions. To go back to them again here, they always tell you there's no mountain lions around here. No mountain lions around here. We only got like 50 of them in the state of Missouri. Bullshit.
Yeah. They're
We've seen-
everywhere.
I've been seeing mountain lions since I was a little kid in Iowa and in Missouri and all over. So don't, we don't want to scare the population. The population already knows geniuses.
They already
okay?
know you.
We already
Bill
know they're
Rods.
here. How do you
Yeah.
explain all this? How do you explain all the trail cams? Was that a guy out in a mountain lion suit walking around? Shut your pie hole. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no conclusion. Despite extensive research and exploration, no scientific community has yet to confirm the existence of extraterrestrial life, including the possibility of alien business on Earth. Who verifies the information? Who's in charge to tell me what I believe, what I don't believe?
Hmm. Exactly.
I don't trust scientific community. These guys are the ones that come out telling people that men can have babies. You lost all your credibility, you dumbass.
Yeah. Go away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just buzz
on.
off. I mean, what do you?
Yeah.
Would you like me? I'll tell you what. If I see one, I'll just drag his dead body to you. Will that work?
Yeah. There
Will
we
that
go.
work? Then you try to cover it up.
Here's your scientific proof.
Yeah. Oh, then they try to cover. He must have been on peyote that day. Well, I got news for you.
Well,
No.
Not.
Okay.
Not.
Here it says another reason they don't believe is because focus on habitable environments. Now this is stupid. First of all, but I'm reading this to you. Much of the current research focuses on identifying and studying planets and moons that could potentially harbor life, such as those in the surface with oceans or evidence of past or present water. Well, they ain't there. Why are you searching?
Yeah.
They ain't there. That's wasting money. That's doing something by not doing something.
Yeah.
That is, you're doing something to not to do something.
And if it's an ET out there, okay, that they're going to be able to live wherever they're at out there. Quit trying to base it off like what we would have to live
Yeah.
with
I mean,
on
like,
another
look,
planet. Come on.
maybe I'm looking for my shoes I used to have that I sold at a garage sale.
Yeah.
And them shoes used to be in my house. I used to wear
Yeah.
them shoes. I had specific shoelaces. Well, so what? Somebody else has them. Why are you looking for my shoes and doing a report there? Go buy it. You want to know about my shoes? Go buy the guy that bought them.
Yeah.
And that's where the shoes are. It says importance of skepticism and critical thinking. Critical thinking now. And
Yeah.
it is crucial. First of all, don't tell me what's crucial. But anyway, it's crucial to approach claims of alien encounters or evidence with a healthy dose of skepticism and critical thinking. Relying on scientific evidence and peer-reviewed research rather than unsustained claims. Okay, let me ask you this, Commander. I consider you, man, with some high intelligence, and you guys out there respond too.
That is going to be open for discussion. Some people will disagree with you on that.
That's on next week's mysteries, isn't it? That's on next week's mysteries.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask you this. With all the planetary systems out there right now that we don't even know about, do you think the odds are there is some other life out there besides us?
Oh, absolutely. And we'd have to be pretty naive to think that we're the only ones. And
We'd have to be pretty arrogant. We'd have to be pretty arrogant to assume we're the only life force out there.
Yeah. There's life on this planet. Who's to say there's not a parallel universe out there they haven't even discovered? Because we haven't even scratched the surface of space exploration.
This is 2025. We still don't know. Hell, we still have trouble getting to the moon. We still have trouble. First of all, there's a lot of people who don't even believe the moon landing even happened.
We got a lot of people that have trouble just walking across the street, for crying out loud.
No kidding. I'm going to the moon never happened. Well, whether the moon happened or not. So what kind of critical evidence do these people to say the moon landing didn't happen? What do they need?
Yeah.
Well, they got testimony of people walked on there. We got moon dust that you can't find on planet Earth. Don't know. You can make a case they did. Some people says you can't because of grainy video and people were somewhere else when I don't know.
Oh, come on.
So I don't know, but searching for a planet where they used to be, that's like, wiping before you poop. It don't make no sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Public interest and misinformation. The topic of aliens and UFOs often generates significant public interest, which can lead to a spread of misinformation and conspiracy theories, it is important to rely on credible sources and avoid sensational claims. Now, we remember President declassifying UFO video.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what it said. This is examples of misinformation. They're already saying that videos misinformation. Here we go. Declassified UFO video. It says right there on your screen. Declassified US videos. While the government has released some videos of unexplained aerial phenomenon, UAP, these have not been confirmed as evidence of alien life. Well, what the hell are they?
Well, what? Yeah.
You can clearly see the spaceships. There ain't no damn. There's no balloons, and balloons don't run and mock Jesus. Okay, they're faster than anything we got in our arsenal. What the hell are they?
Yeah.
If video evidence is not enough, first of all, why was it classified if it wasn't considered real?
Yeah, if it wasn't credible and it wasn't evidence, then why waste your time storing it all these years? Just go ahead and delete it. You know, I mean, why hang on to it?
Yeah, it's a waste of everybody's time.
Yeah.
Here's a purported alien bodies. Claims of finding alien bodies have not, right here it says, have not been sustained by scientific evidence. Bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
They got claims that they got them up there in bodies stacked in Utah and down there in New Mexico.
Yep.
That's what the government tells you. I'm sure they had some research people or some scientists go in there and look at these things.
If there's no UFOs, there's no ETs, then why do we have to have Area 51?
No kidding. No, what really happened to Area 51 then?
Yeah. Just take it all down and do away with it. What's the reason in keeping it?
And the last part of it says mutilated cows, injuries to livestock blamed on extraterrestrial activities have not been scientifically proven to be extraordinary extraterrestrial in nature. I wouldn't say those are not. I'd have to have a little bit more, but with all the body of evidence, the mutilated cows are just a piece.
Well, maybe ET likes a good steak now and then himself.
I can't fault him. I
can't fault him on that.
I ain't mad at him.
He might like to have steak tartare. I don't know.
Hey, he likes his buddy apparently. Hey.
Yeah.
I think a lot of sightings are.
I want to move.
Dean says, I think a lot of sightings are classified military vehicles. They had an SR-71 in the 60s, but wasn't released to the public until the 80s. And that very well could be. That's probably why they declassified it, so they wouldn't know.
Correct.
But say that. Say it's declassified military information. Don't leave everybody hanging. If you tell me it's classified military information, that's all expression I need. Shut my pie hole and go away.
Yep. And drop
when you say, well,
it's
classified, I can't tell you. Then shut up.
Yeah.
You're the one raising the fear and that. So the evidence based. Look, have you seen the footage that the government released about the aliens? Seen a flying saucer run around? Have you seen that?
No.
You haven't seen it? Okay, type it and take a look at it. Tell me what. Type it and take a look at tell me what you think.
Okay.
If it's not an alien ship, then I'd like to have a plausible explanation of what it is. And weather balloons is not a public explanation. It's just not. It's not a proper explanation. It's not a military plane because this thing, according to the pictures, it goes up and down and side to side like this. It doesn't turn and go. I mean, it doesn't tilt itself like a plane and go that way. It just moves. We have zero technology now or in the past that does that. Now because you can't move like that with anything we got.
Not that fast.
But again, I'll go back to this. Are we the only? Is it what they say? Misinformation or not critical thinking? If I believe that we're the only intelligent life in the galaxy, in this whole universe, I think that's bad on science part. Okay. I think it's bad on science part. Do I think we're ever going to find something? Yeah. Do I think we've already found something? I think we've already found aliens. I really do. You could convince me more there's aliens than there is ghosts.
Yeah, you can. That was crossing my mind. You know, when we were running back to Bigfoot, did
Yeah.
anybody seen him or not seen him? Aliens, seen him, not seen him? Can they exist somewhere else in our universe or another universe? And then our guest last week on the paranormal activity.
Hmm.
I've never seen a ghost, never experienced a ghost. Do I believe in ghosts? That's the one thing I made clear last week. I don't let my mind go down that road on that.
Right.
So no,
Right.
they don't. I don't open my mind to it. So
Right.
therefore, I probably never will. But could the possibility someday of a ghost coming out and smacking me upside the head to get my attention? It might happen, you know.
But can
But
you prove
until
it?
then,
Well,
I
you
can't
know,
prove they do. I can't prove they don't. But it's like I told our guest last week: go out and find your scientific proof, and I hope you find it and put an end to all this. And
oh,
there you
absolutely.
go.
Absolutely. Hey,
Yeah,
I want the scientific community to take it. I mean, first of all, they're going to change some of our scientific approaches because not everything you can
oh
touch in life. Like you can't touch wind. You can feel it,
no,
but you can't physically
can't
touch
touch
it.
it. You
But is
can't
it
see it.
there?
You can't touch it.
Is
Yeah,
it there?
it's
You see
there.
leaves move. You can feel something.
Yeah,
Is that enough evidence? It has to be.
yeah.
It has to be. Because they believe in it. So I don't know. I don't know. There's things that we don't know. My wife read an article today, and I seen it too. I verified this. They're now bringing back the dire wolf. Go look up what the dire wolf was. They're the same size as a big, massive timber wolf, but they had a bigger head and smaller feet and
Mm-hmm.
more teeth, but they do more damage. They have three of them alive. They have genetically made a dire wolf. So now here we are, thousands of years later. No such thing, dire wolves. Ah, ah, ah. They're here. I don't care how they got here. They're here.
They're
They're
here.
Hey, keep talking just a second. I got to turn this light on, Commander. Hold on.
Okay. All right. I fix to say you got yourself in the dark there, Richie. There you go. Put a little light on the subject. Yeah, the thing with these aliens, there has got to be other life out there somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt if we may have the technology someday. We may not have the technology to go to another universe. But on the other hand, if there's more advanced civilizations out there somewhere, and I use the word civilization because if they've got these spacecraft that can do what they're doing, then they have got to have a more advanced brain than what we've got in order to have that
Exactly.
technology and let them come to us.
And
You know,
who's to say they didn't come to us? Who's
yeah,
to
and
say they
who's to
hadn't been
say
here
they
already?
didn't
Yeah.
been here
So
and left? Come
I
in
don't
and saw,
know.
oh, there's no life here. I'm leaving.
So there's some things I don't think you ever be able to prove. Like, will the scientific ever acknowledge there's ghosts?
Yeah.
Well, with their scientific plan, probably the way they think evidence is collected, probably not. And listen, we know science changes all the time.
Oh
There's,
yeah.
there's things
Constantly.
when they say that's impossible. Well, if something happened, you said it's impossible. Apparently, it's not because it happened. If it happened, it's no longer impossible if it happened. Okay. How it happened, we can argue that. But you can't
Right.
say it can't happen because it did. Okay. No, I'm sure there's people 5, 6, 8 years ago saying there'll never be dire wolves again.
Oh.
And
Yeah, and
they're,
they
they're
said we'd
beautiful. They're
never
white.
fly either, and look what the Wright brothers did to us.
Wright brothers were ahead of their damn time now. Okay. They were ahead of their damn
I'm
time.
telling you. I'm telling you.
It used to be people believe dolphins
No.
eat people, and dolphins may, but dolphins also very curious. Dolphins have been known to save human lives. That is
Absolutely.
well documented numerous
Yes.
times. Okay. So here we go. Dean said, here's my thing with the dire wolf. They only have 3 of them. That is correct. 2 males and a female. They're all siblings, so breeding is frowned upon. So what happens to those 3 die? Well, here's what I thought the same question too. Because they're not from a same mother and father, they could genetically breed because they were brought here
Right.
genetically. Genetically, they can make them have more babies. Okay, you might just have a line breeding, what they call it, a straight line breeding. You might have one pair doing it, but I thought the same thing. Where'd they get this initial sample at? Where's the mother they used for this?
Right.
Okay. To me, I don't think there's any way they're biologically full-blooded dire wolves. They can't, because you had to have a male to give up the sperm to the female who gave birth to him. Did they use a
Right.
timber wolf? Did they cross with a timber wolf? Husky? I need more information. But they genetically, in a genetic lab, did this, so they said they can genetically make them produce. However, this is the same scientific people thought you could breed lions and tigers together, although they can and they can have them. Usually, 9 out of 10 times the babies are not fertile. Babies can't produce.
Right.
They're sterile. That's what I'm looking for. They're sterile. They can't produce. They say they can. Some snakes, people, first of all, why you want to mix venomous snakes? There's something seriously wrong with your brain pan upstairs.
Yeah, you're warped.
But they said you cross like timber rattlers with water moccasins or some crap. Not me. I'm out. Okay.
Right.
I have a cure for those things. Okay. Only thing I'll crossbreeding is a shotgun shell going across both their bodies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear you.
You know,
Loud and clear.
I'm an
Yeah.
Indian. I shouldn't be saying none of that garbage, but guess what? I said
Yeah.
it. You know, I need another headband. Next time I get me a rattlesnake, I'm making a necktie out of his ass. Okay, so play with me. Play with me.
Mhm.
All right.
Got something for you.
Yeah, I got something for you. Yeah.
Mhm.
But so, do rattlesnakes exist? There's a lot of people who've never seen a rattlesnake. You see what I'm going. So, to sum this thing up, do I believe in Bigfoot? I've never seen a Bigfoot. I think there's a very high probability and chance that there's something out there that I don't know about.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's something.
I
Too
didn't
many
know I
people
had.
have seen it, you know.
I didn't know I had otters living in this pond right behind me back here. Didn't know
Yeah.
it. Didn't know it. Apparently, I seen one, and it was a big ass otter. But I've never seen him other than in my trail cam. I've never seen him physically on purpose. Okay. I'm going to say yes. I believe in some sort of Bigfoot. Yetis. That was a big push years ago about the Yeti, if the Yeti existed or not. Hairy man, because of my people. Because of my culture, I'm going to say yes, I believe in it, but I have never seen one. And it wouldn't take much to convince me with some evidence that they are real. Okay, they're easier to show me than they would be to show me ghosts, for example.
Right.
But so I believe them. Aliens, I'll wholeheartedly believe there's aliens.
Oh,
Now, again,
I believe that there's other life out there.
yes, the odds
For
are in my
us,
favor for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's me. Where you at on the Bigfoot? Where you at on the alien thing?
No, the alien, I believe that there's got to be something out there in this vast universe that
Right.
is far superior to us. And as
Right.
far as Bigfoot, if it was only those two gentlemen back in the late 60s that filmed Bigfoot with their 8mm camera, and nobody ever saw him again, then I would probably say, their imagination probably ran away with them and they really didn't see what they thought they saw. But, but there have been too many other people who have seen sightings of Bigfoot and have reported it. So,
Mhm.
they're probably so far up in the timber, hiding in the great Northwest somewhere, that seeing them is very, very rare. They are probably trying to stay hidden because they don't like being around humans, us,
Mhm.
as much as we wouldn't want to be around them.
Right.
So
Right.
they probably got them a nice, if they do exist, they've got them a nice hiding spot and they're not coming out very often.
Yeah, there's a story of a man and a woman. They were camping out of their minivan,
Mm-hmm.
and they wasn't totally in secluded area, but it was close enough to a secluded area. And they heard noises. They had mysterious rocks and branches flying at their vehicle coming out of the timber. Like, where the hell is this coming from? Both of them swear, and they took a lie detector test, because you can put as much stock as you want in a lie detector test. That's why it's not credible evidence, because it could be misled. But they took a lie detector test and they passed. That something tried to turn their van over. They looked outside and they seen this big, hairy, ugly creature. All right. And I don't know about you, I'm a strong son of a bitch, but I ain't never turned a minivan over.
Oh, no.
All right. And they were rocking this. I mean, they were slamming hard in there for him, growling and rocking at him. They took all the tests and passed all the tests. They had unexplainable damage to their minivan. They said it wasn't in a car wreck. And they said it wasn't a bear because there was no claw marks. They could see where the hands went in. And they said if a bear did it, you would see some type of claw mark, scratch,
claw marks on it. Yeah.
It was none, but they had a damage like a bear, but no scratches or nothing like that. And it wasn't a bear. There was no bears in that area. Well, there probably is, but you know how it works out. If they didn't see them 8 to 10 hours a day, then they're not there, which is bullshit. So were them people lying? And they wasn't old, and they wasn't chemically imbalanced. They didn't have a drug habit, they wasn't drinking any beer, and they wasn't religious fanatics. And I say that to you because the Mormons say that Cain was Bigfoot and all this, whatever. But
oh well.
So
yeah.
How do you explain these people in the minivan? Are they liars? Or are they not using clarity, critical thinking, or is there something there?
Well, the ones that know for sure is that couple.
Well, yeah,
I'll put it to you that way.
them they're lying.
Yeah.
Yeah. That old boy was 6'3". He might put something on you. Call him a liar. He said way bigger than he was. I don't know any bear could stand on the hind legs and be a whole lot bigger than a 6'3" guy. But BJ says, I think there are probably several strange things out there that we can't explain and can't prove. And you know what, BJ? Yeah. Some people don't want to.
Yeah, they don't.
You got some of these city people live in the city in their own little world with their dog and their cat, and they don't want to. They don't want to know about it.
Right.
So yeah, me, I wouldn't be if they came out tomorrow and said they had proof of Bigfoot. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be like breaking news. I wouldn't be shocked.
No. So we've already known that.
Same with aliens. They do aliens. I'm like, about time y'all prove it. About time you show the evidence. That'd be what I was.
I mean, there have been Air Force pilots flying their jets and have had encounters with UFOs.
Yeah.
And if my memory serves me correctly, and somebody's listening out there, you can check it out. But I think there were a couple astronauts that claimed that they saw a UFO.
Mm-hmm.
So, check it out, somebody. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I think that I read that somewhere.
No, that's right. Listen, hey, look, like the Jeffrey Epstein list. Is it real? I ain't seen it.
I ain't seen it. But
people
there's a lot of people says it's there.
That's not good enough DNA for me or evidence for me. Show me the list.
Show me.
Okay. I heard rumors about this.
Something that don't exist. There's a lot of people trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean,
it
don't exist. Show me this big beautiful list. I want to see this big beautiful list because somebody's ass in a ringer. Okay.
Yeah. We're from Missouri. Show me.
By the way, the other day somebody made a funny joke. It's funny as hell. They said, "You know why Chuck Schumer voted for Trump's policy, didn't you? Because he's on the damn list." Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump. Ain't he me, Mr. Trump? Yeah, because he knows that's what it's Dean said, were they here before the Native Americans? They've probably always been here. Yeah. Okay. It's like the thylacine. One of my favorite things, animal in the world, thylacine, is a Tasmanian tiger. Okay. They said they went extinct. The last one was in a zoo in 1950 or 60 or something like maybe even in the early 30s. You can see him on. You go back and look at YouTube videos. You can see him walking around in there. They look like a dog, part cat with stripes on him. Tasmanian tiger. They went extinct. They said there's none left anywhere in the world. But they have sightings upon sightings and video evidence upon video evidence, and they got the rear paws of a thylacine. When it hunts down, it looks like kangaroo feet, but it's not because their hind legs when it crouches down lays flat and looks like kangaroo feet. That's one of the telltale characteristics that people have been saying. Look like their back feet look like kangaroo feet, but they're not. That's when they come to a rest and stop. Okay. Only thing you can tell about footprints is something was there. You can't tell how they were standing. You can't tell what they did, why they left that print. So, is there Tasmanian tigers? I hope so. I'm fascinated. I hope they are.
Yeah.
I hope they are.
I'd like to see one.
But again, I don't know. I've never seen one in real life. They were extinct before I was born. They were extinct probably before you were born. I don't know.
That's like the woolly mammoth. There have been people that claimed
you want to bring it back.
That they've seen the woolly mammoth back as late as 1950s. Somebody laid claim that they saw a woolly mammoth. I don't know. I don't know if it's there or not. Don't know.
The same people that made the same people who brought the dire wolf back is wanting to bring back the woolly mammoth. Again, I got no problem with it. All right,
Yeah.
do it. If you got that damn bunch of capabilities to do it, to me, here's what if you got the capabilities to do that, let's get the capabilities to save some of these people's lives. Get rid of some of this
Exactly.
cancer going around here. Find out how to create all men equal.
Right. If you
Make
got
us
time,
all 6'2" with flowing long hair, curly hair, whatever you want, big ripping muscles. Okay, and you can just make us all the same.
certain animals became extinct for a
Reason.
reason. And
Yeah.
don't know what that reason is, but it had to be a good one from the creator as to why they're not here anymore. So
Look at
don't
look at the
try and play
megalodon.
God.
Look at the megalodon shark.
Yeah.
Why'd they go extinct?
Why'd they go extinct? Yeah.
Water warmed up a little bit, so what? They ain't like they didn't have nothing to eat. They were the baddest creature
Right.
in the water. And you didn't
But
think they
for
want.
whatever reason,
they're
they
gone.
don't exist anymore.
Well, it's
So,
like wolves.
Yeah.
Wolves evolved from something. If everything evolved, when the wolves evolved from something, the dire wolf, they're saying, well, now they're back. I don't know.
Saber-tooth tiger. I mean, there's another one. I
Yep.
mean,
So
for whatever reason.
we bring you these things, guys, that want you to open up your mind. Think
Yeah.
on your own, because you're never going to be able to prove anything to the scientific community anymore, because they don't validate things. They really don't. They want a body of Bigfoot. They go, you know how many rednecks you say, bring me Bigfoot. Okay, hold my beer. Watch this.
Yeah.
Grabbing their 30-06s and their 7mm, and they're going out there. We're going to get me a Bigfoot. Watch what you say.
You could get a Bigfoot and drop him on the table in front of the scientists, and they would deny its existence
That's because they didn't find him. Now,
because
it's like-
they didn't find it.
Right.
Exactly.
It's kind of like the case I likened to back in the late 1990s. A town called Hamilton, Missouri, a town I live outside of. You know it. Guy had this Rottweiler he got
I've
from
heard
Germany.
about it.
You heard about it, the home of James
Yeah,
Cash
yeah.
Penny, owner JC Penny stores. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a gentleman who had a Rottweiler from Germany. It was 210-pound Rottweiler. Okay. Paperwork is in German. He paid for it to be shipped to him from Germany. It's a big ass dog. Have you ever seen some big Rottweilers? They're huge. Some of these guys got monsters' heads on them. Dog was 2.5, I think 3 years old. Hit its apex, hit its big size, right? Well, he had it out in his fence. Friendly dog. Neighbors said they loved him, right? No problem. One night, he heard what he thought was a woman screaming. And he heard this dog. This dog was going batshit crazy. This dog, he's never heard that. By the time he got up, and this was seconds now, just seconds. Time he got up, answered the door, he didn't hear nothing. Looked out there, thought he'd seen his Rottweiler laying down sleeping. Didn't see nothing else. He went back to bed. Next day, he went out to drink his coffee on his porch, looked outside, and found his Rottweiler laying there dead with a leg in his mouth, with his throat and guts tore open. He's like, what in the hell happened here? He goes and looks on the other side of the fence and sees a dead mountain lion with his throat ripped out, his leg missing. Okay. So the Rottweiler killed a mountain lion killed a Rottweiler. He took an exorbitant amount of photos. Then he called the sheriff. Then he called the game warden. Because they said there's no mountain lions in this area, they pressured him and told him that was not a mountain lion you see dead there. He goes, the hell you say? The tail's almost 4 foot long on this creature. And another dog killed your dog. He goes, I got a 210-pound Rottweiler. You see the neighbor dogs. Ain't a damn one of them can get over my fence. Because he kept him, now understand, he kept him in a bigger than normal fence. This was a big rot. Bigger than normal, very athletic. He kept it in a bigger fence. And he goes, I'm not saying that at all. They said, you will. He said, they said, what are you going to do? Well, we're going to confiscate your camera. So, all right, download them to everything. I got them all over everywhere. He downloaded them to his computer.
Yeah.
However, he did it back in that day. He had them I think he had no Polaroid. He took them. I don't know, but he had pictures of them, right? He said, you ain't getting nothing. Get the hell out of my yard. The sheriff intervened and said, well, we don't want to alarm people. The guy said, I got news for you, Sheriff. Mountain lions have been around here for eons, okay? I mean, what's the biggest population up here in Caldwell and Davies County? Deer. Okay.
Deer.
What is the mountain lion's favorite meal? Deer.
Deer.
So because they didn't want to frighten people, they told this guy what to say. The guy stuck there. He's like, they come did an article on it. He's like, eat a bowl of nothing. You get nothing. That's what's going to happen to you, son. What the hell's wrong with you? Ain't no dog kill my dog. No. And so the government has a way of lying and cheating. Scientifically, did he kill a mountain lion? Science can't prove he did it.
Right.
Shut up. Been a great show, guys. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We're gonna play a little comedy before we send you off. This old gentleman's just funny. It's 2 minutes 55 seconds of just funniness. Give it a listen.
I just paid off my student loan. It's tough getting older. Went into an antique store. They wouldn't let me leave. I tried using that face aging app. They said, "Nah, you're good." I'm officially an old man. I give unwanted advice to total strangers. I told a kid to pull his pants up. His underwear was showing. He mocked me, tried to give me a wedgie. But the joke was on him. I was wearing the pins. I went to the doctor because I thought I had arthritis. I don't. I have early onset rigor mortis. Anybody ever drop their phone in the toilet? There you go. I did, and after I did, I put my phone in a bag of rice. Anybody ever drop a bag of rice in the toilet? I joined a dating site for people my age called Carbon Dating.
That's funny.
I asked a woman on the site for her number. She told me it was 140/95. I flunked out of college twice. First time because I was a drunk. Second time I was sober, but it was hard. I got arrested once for drunk driving. Not only was I drunk, but I'd been smoking hash. When I took the breathalyzer test, I inhaled, tried to pass it to the cop. YOLO. So I was arrested, pled guilty. For my community service, I left the community. Used to smoke cigarettes. I was a heavy smoker. I would even smoke when I went jogging, which is stupid, of course. So I quit jogging. I love smoking cigarettes. I'd smoke after sex. I'd smoke during sex. Sometimes I would skip sex and just smoke cigarettes. Before I got my hearing aids, my crowd work was terrible. I asked an audience member where he was from. He said, "My mama." I heard Miami and said, "I've been there." I am 74 years old. Life expectancy for men is 76 years. Life expectancy for women is 81 years. I figure if I transition...
I don't remember his name, but I don't remember that guy's name, but I've seen him all over. That's just a funny guy. He's just a funny guy.
Oh.
If you can't make fun of yourself in my industry, then you're going to be hard to make people laugh.
That's right. That's right. You got to be able to laugh at yourself.
First of all, if you can laugh at yourself, there's nobody going to protest it.
That's right.
He's making fun of. Oh, wait a minute. Not me. Not me. You ain't making fun of me. Make fun of me. Guys, it's been a good show.
Yes, it has.
Commander, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. Pass that to your friends, man. Get some more. See if we can get some more people watching this stuff. It's kind of interesting, these mysteries. 2 for 1 day today. This is one of the times where I can honestly say, I believe, but it wouldn't take much to make me a firm believer because, the odds are in our favor that these things do exist, UFOs and Bigfoot. We joke with Dean Cerny all the time. You never seen Dean Cerny and Bigfoot in the same picture. There's a reason. Okay. That being said, guys, Commander, you want to give us a closing, sir?
Yeah, I will. I will.
Thank you, BJ.
Listen,
Appreciate it, BJ.
it's been a great show. Listen, if you're out there and you're listening, I hope you were laughing because that's what this is all about. Because like we've always said, if you're laughing, you're not crying. Listen, you're valuable. You have worth. If you need to talk, call somebody. Somebody will listen. I know they will. You are valuable. You're needed by everybody around you, whether directly or indirectly. Do not take that shortcut out. It leaves too many people just wondering and hurt. And we got a lady on Facebook, and she's been on our show before, Crystal, who lost her husband to
Yes.
suicide, and still struggles with that. If you love your loved ones, don't put them through that. Don't put them through that. Call somebody and talk. I mean, we'll sit down, have a cup of coffee, have a beer, and I'm not a drinker, but I'll sit down and have a beer with you just for the heck of it, if you'll talk, and I'll just sit there and listen. So will Richie. Richie will do the same thing. There's a lot of people. So pick up the phone and call somebody. It takes a strong person to ask for help. Okay, be strong. Okay.
Yeah. Well said, friend. You know, we say it all the time on here, and we'll go echo it. And you hear us echo it because we really mean it. You are not worse. You do have value unless you're a child molester. But all the strange disappearance going on in your area. I know it's not just in our area. It's all over everywhere. Keep an eye out.
Yes.
Remember strange things when you see them. Strange vehicle, strange person dressed strange. I don't mean somebody, wearing one of them what is it Muslims wear? One of them wear deals?
Oh, the turban.
Turban. If you see a guy in a turban in a coffee shop, that's probably not strange. He's probably a guy just thirsty. But if he's fidgety and maybe he's trying to sound like he's fiddling with metallic objects or something, that's what I'm talking about. But just remember things, guys. And remember, enemies come in all shapes and sizes and all forms. They don't have to be a 6-foot redneck with a beard and bald head. All the time you see these people get arrested for sex trafficking. They look like normal people. They look like freaks to me, but look like normal people. Skinny. There's women doing it. And it ain't. I heard a lot of people say, "Well, it's black people." No.
No. All walks,
Everybody.
shapes, and sizes. Yeah.
When they get arrested, there's all color people getting arrested, guys, for sex trafficking and stuff like that. Just pay attention, man. Okay, the kids are our future. Hey, whether it's your kid or not, it don't take a couple seconds to help that kid. Don't be bullying. I know I've got some kids that watch our show. Forgive me for the language sometimes, but it's not good to bully. All right. I don't like a bully. I was a bully destroyer. I was bullied twice my entire life. I was never bullied again after that. Okay. There's a reason. Okay. Life is hard enough now. And listen, if you are being bullied, seek help for it, of course. But understand something. That's just school. That only makes up a portion of your life. Once you're out of school, man, there's so much out there ahead of you. The bullies, look, if they're bullying you, one day they might have to pump your gas for you. One day they might be changing your tires off your Mercedes or off your brand new pickup truck, whatever. So let's not be the 12 a day teenagers out there. Yeah. My God, I've heard now it's up to 14 a day. Not official yet. That's one every half a day. Or every 12 every day commit suicide. That's one every 2 hours. One every 2 hours, guys. 22 a day for us is like almost 1 an hour. Almost 1 an hour. And some stats, we're doubling that now. So what we're telling you is we put on these shows, not because they're fun, they're funny. We want you to have a good time and befriend people. Just get out of your head a little bit. Get out of your head a little bit. And any information, look, we got a long-time follower on here. Just me on her Facebook with Dean Cerny. He's had no problem coming on and saying, "Gentlemen, I think you have the wrong information." And he'll give it his side as source. We've got no problem with that. We've got zero problem with that because we want to tell you the truth. I want to let you decide. Now, we've had several people do that. We've saved people's lives on a previous network we were on. So I know people right now are seeing things on the news and are rushing to judgment, and a lot of people are upset about the president. A lot of people are not upset about the president, about life. Life's a game. Life's a game, and it's how you play that game. Okay, and understand this: your greatest poker players in the world who play cards, they lose more than they win, guys.
Yep.
They lose more games than they win. The trick is to maximize your gains and minimize your losses. I guess that's advice everybody should understand. Maximize your gain, minimize your losses. That being said, guys, have your pet spayed or freaking neutered, okay? There's a lot of cats running around here.
Yeah.
Either open a Chinese. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm no Chinese. No, I'm not kidding, but I'm kidding. I'm not picking nobody.
Yeah.
But that being said, guys, listen, we're going to go. On behalf of Commander, Memorial Day's coming up. We got a lot of remembrances coming up, guys. Got a lot of things going. Big things popping, little things stopping. I'm Richie King, the Bad Man of Comedy. Saying until next time, next Wednesday. Donor Dog Ahoy. You have value. Take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see you next week. Take care.